Welcome to Center Court with the Lopes, presented by Talking Stick Resort. Barry Butel alongside the head coach for GCU men's basketball, Bryce Drew. And coach, here we are on the cusp of the start of your third season here at GCU. How are you feeling about this year's team?
You know, we're excited. We have a group of returners, Javon Blackshear, Gabe Mclaughlin, Chance McMillan, guys that fans have seen for a couple years. And then we have some new players, some transfers, some freshmen that we think that our fans are really going to enjoy. 23
wins a season ago. It ended in the semifinals at the WAC tournament. As you self-scouted with your coaching staff at the end of last season, what did you think you needed to address going into this year, and do you feel like you have?
You know, we were very pleased with you know, the majority of the season. You know, we had a spell where we had some COVID issues in January that really set us back, and then we played really good basketball. So unfortunately, we fell a little short, you know, at the end of our goal, you know, to win the conference tournament and make the NCAA tournament. And obviously, that's the goal coming into this off season. You know, we want to be able to get over that hump, and right now we're working hard to try to be able to do that.
You talked a little bit about some of the returnees, and let's begin with Gabe Mclaughlin, a guy that's coming in, just looks like he is on his game, looks healthy, and such a versatile player on the court.
We're really pleased with Gabe and the progression he's made in this off season. He's an engineer major, Barry, and I don't know much about engineering because I'm not smart enough to do that, but I know it requires a lot of time and a lot of effort. And so he's getting at the tail end of that now, which has allowed him to get in the gym a lot more. He's really shooting the basketball the best that he has since we've been here, and he's taken a step up in his leadership. So, you know, we're looking for a breakout season, you know, from Gabe.
6 new faces joined the team, and as I mentioned earlier, it's a pretty deep backcourt. Let's begin with Rayshawn Harrison, the transfer from Presbyterian.
Ray's a dynamic guard. He's very explosive, but also very physical. You know, we've had some smaller guards in the past, and he's 6'4", 195 pounds. So sometimes he doesn't go around you, he goes through you, you know, with his strength. You know, he's done a good job adjusting. You know, anytime you transfer in, style change is different. And the more that he understands it, the better he plays.
McClintock High grad, UNLV transfer Josh Baker. A little bit of a different look, but also going to be a great addition in that backcourt.
You know, Josh is a delight. Josh comes into practice every day in here, has a smile on his face, you know, brings smiles to other players, coaches' faces, and just has an energy that's contagious. And he's very comfortable being home. He's very, you know, excited to be home. And I think he plays like that on the court. You can just see a comfort level that this is where he's supposed to be.
You got some size up front too coming in. Noah Bauman, another local kid coming over from Georgia. He's a lethal threat from beyond the arc.
And you know, this will be the first time since we've been at Grand Canyon, but we have a player getting married, and that's Noah. So Noah Bauman's going to be
Congrats.
Season when he's playing. Their wedding's coming very quickly here. And so for our team, it's a little different dynamic when you have a married guy on the team. So it'll be neat to be part of that ceremony and then have him use, you know, his experience to help us.
Logan Landers comes over from Kansas State, adds a little bit of length as well.
Yeah, Logan gives us some outside shooting. You know, he's comes from the state of Wisconsin, and the state of Wisconsin's known for, you know, taller players who can shoot the basketball really well. We love Logan's skill set. He passes well, and we really enjoy in practice his work ethic. He's always here early. He stays late, and he is a gym rat. He's always in the gym.
Well, let's go to the bigs now with Aiden and Ivan and Isaiah. Joined by one Isaiah Carr, right from Las Cruces, New Mexico, a near 7-footer, but he can get up and down the floor pretty good.
You know, practices have been very competitive. You know, we have some big bodies that are banging each other at practice, and it's helping because everybody's getting better. You know, Isaiah Carr is 18 years old, and he's playing against, you know, grown men every day at practice, and so this experience is going to help him when the game comes. And Aiden and Ivan both play with their national teams this summer, and we expect them to take a step up from last year also.
Great schedule for fans to come out to GCU Arena to see the Lopes in action, but 3 straight at home before traveling to Nevada to take on the Wolfpack in mid-November. A week after that, you'll be in KC for the Hall of Fame Classic against Wichita State in either San Francisco or Northern Iowa. Talk a little, if you would, about your non-conference slate going into a pretty competitive conference schedule.
You know, going off rankings and just looking, you know, at the eye test, this will be the toughest schedule GCU's ever played in the non-conference. You know, we play NCAA tournament teams. You know, we play teams that are aspiring to be NCAA tournament teams, and so it's a very challenging non-conference schedule for us. with our home opener. You know, we play Montana State, who went to the NCAA tournament last year, won 26 games, and that's our home opener, and just continues all through the non-conference. As we get into conference play, you know, there's a different system they've used this year, and so in scheduling, you know, who they predict, we're playing who they predict will be the top half. We're playing them all twice. And then some of the teams they don't predict only once. And so it'll be the toughest conference schedule also in the history of GCU.
Coming up, it was a nod to rock and roll with this year's Midnight Madness. We take a look back at one of the biggest parties of the year.
The pulse, the beat, the vibe. You have a place to turn it on. Talking Stick Resort.
Sunrise, waking up lonely, big sky. Where am I going? I don't know, I don't know. You take me for what I am. Love pure and simple. In this wild life, I've been living in a million pieces. You are the best part. In this wild life, I've been living in a million pieces.
We are stronger. We are deeper.
Couldn't be more excited about this team.
But we are just as tenacious. Ready, go. Good. Back cut, back cut. Come join the party. Let's do this thing together.
Get your season tickets today at gculopes.com.
Center Court with the Lopes is presented by Talking Stick Resort. Play in style. And by Cox Business.
Welcome back to Center Court with the Lopes. Barry alongside head coach Bryce Drew. And coach, you know, every year, every Midnight Madness, you think, how can they top themselves? But they did it yet again at GC Arena the other night.
Well, the show is almost like going to a clean show in Vegas and sitting with the dancers, with the cheer, the band, the music, the lighting. You know, I was disappointed I had to go back and come out and be part of the show. I just wanted to stay and watch it the whole time. It was so good.
You were rocking pretty hard there, breaking the guitar, and it was a rock and roll night.
Yeah, I mean, good thing, you know, the guitar, you know, I was able to just snap that thing right over my knee quickly. But we had some great help, you know, from the dress to the guitar to the events of the night. It's a joint effort across the campus, and what a fun night, you know, for our whole GCU community.
Well, I'm sure it was one of many team building events, right? It brought the team together. What's the team chemistry like so far as you ramp up to the start of the season?
The team is extremely close. You know, I think being here in the summer, and you know, this is the first year we were able to recruit where we could actually, you know, shake a hand with a recruit and talk, you know, face to face with them. And so we really feel like we brought in some great fits to GCU, and we feel like the chemistry just immediately has been really, really good.
Let's check out the personality of this GCU men's basketball team after a recent practice.
Who's best 2K player? What in the world? Probably the best. I am the best. Easy.
Sure not me.
Go first.
I'm the best.
5 second, 8 and third. Me.
What? I would say it would probably be MB. I would say Chance
is the worst. Chase is probably the worst of the team. No.
It might be a battle between me and Logan.
Kobe Knox, without a doubt. Kobe.
Any sports game, Kobe Knox will beat you.
I think I'm top 3 though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo.
And I ain't playing nobody, but if anybody wants it, you know where to come.
And I just got a PC.
I'm obviously the best, but after me might be Kobe.
Kobe. I will wax you.
Everybody know about me.
Yeah, all right. We're gonna see. Don't worry about nothing. We're gonna see.
Coming up, women's basketball has some clear goals of their own. We sit down with head coach Molly Miller next.
In the heart of Phoenix, it's more than a game.
Damn, no doubt about it.
It's the biggest party in college basketball.
East Hemingsburg on top of it.
A group of seasoned veterans lead a new breed, driven to take the conference by storm.
Up high, the Lob City Tour has returned to GCU Arena.
Be a part of the passion, the noise, the excitement. Get your season tickets today at gculopes.com.
This is Sanderson Ford Country. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford for sales, service, and satisfaction. Follow the road for award-winning service. They have 2 large service centers with Ford-certified master technicians, the state's largest parts department, a body shop, quick lane service center, the customs shop, an on-site Starliner diner for a quick bite while you wait. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford for sales, service, and satisfaction.
Sign up, drive up, wash and go. Unlimited washes with our monthly plans. Visit superstarcarwashaz.com today.
So you're telling me I can go get chicken wings after this? Doesn't it smell like pumpkin, bro?
Right there.
Wow. Give me some sunglasses. I don't look tough. Look at me. Chicken wings, country music, Jesus, and my team.
That's Midwest right there.
Oh, there's a bucket hat. I want that one too. That's my celebration. Make a layup. Yes.
Welcome back to Center Court with the Lopes, presented by Talking Stick Resort. Barry Butel, now joined by the head coach for GCU women's basketball, Molly Miller, and we are right on the cusp of the start of your 3rd season here at GCU. And how excited are you personally, your staff, and then how excited are you about this new look GCU women's basketball team?
I love this team. They are made up of not only incredible basketball players, but really great human beings. So we're having a lot of fun on the practice floor. You know, it's year 3, so I think you kind of flip the switch to what it should look like, what you want it to look like, the recruits and the kids you're bringing in to make up the makeup of your team. So really excited about the buy-in and the excitement around and the buzz around this team.
All right, 22 wins a season ago, another trip to the conference final. You and your staff, after the season ends, you look, you examine, you self-scout. What did this team need to kind of show this season that maybe you needed to see at the end of last year?
I think the brand of defense got us there. I think some sophistication now on the offensive end is going to get us over the hump. So we brought in some shooters. I mean, Sydney Palma, for one. You know, her sophomore year, she was the leading 3-point shooter in the WAC. Obviously, Aaliyah Collins has some success in the WAC as well. Brought in 2 phenomenal posts in Evan and Olivia. They can both score it, but they can rebound the ball. They were 1st and 2nd in the Summit League in rebounding. So I think we've got a lot of talent. Just putting those pieces together to form our brand is what we're working on right now.
What about the schedule? It's pretty exciting. 3 straight at home before you travel to the state of Louisiana to take on Nicholls State. Your non-conference slate's pretty tough. North Dakota, Lindenwood, you got the GCU Thanksgiving Classic. I mean, there's a lot going on with this team.
Yeah, we're excited. We're trying to up a notch in the schedule and get maybe some of those top teams, those Power 5 teams. So we're going to host Arizona State on November 30th, and you know, we hope to see 7,000 people in the stands that night for a little crosstown rivalry. That'll be fun. You know, that's the first time that Arizona State women's basketball has ever come here, so that's big for us. It's a measuring stick for us. You know, it's a game. We kind of see where we're at the highest level. Montana, Idaho, both those will be good games for us. And then, yeah, hosting our Thanksgiving tournament is special as well. But we feel like we've got a non-conference slate that's going to challenge us in the right ways. But also, as we get into conference, we're going to have to figure some things out, and that'll allow us to do that in the short term.
A reminder that game against Arizona State, you can watch it on Fox 10 Extra, as well as Stephen F. Austin. Little maybe payback for that conference final and that matchup in conference play. And a new look Western Athletic Conference. Yet again, a couple of new teams coming in regards to Southern Utah. And, can you talk a little bit about the new look WAC?
Yeah, I mean, we're just keep on adding excellence, really. SFA, obviously, they came in last year with a huge resume of tradition and winning. UT Arlington made the tournament last year. Southern Utah is a really good team. So we've got a team that's just making our conference stronger, and I think that's good for the WAC, and it's good competition for us.
What can you say, too, about Midnight Madness and the excitement of basketball at GCU Arena and, the largest class of students here on campus? I'm sure the arena's going to be packed.
Yeah, every year I'm just amazed, like, how do they top it again? It was so fun. The electricity and the vibe and the feel, just for Midnight Madness, kicking off basketball season. It's special. There's no place that does what we do here in terms of camaraderie and team spirit. And for me, I think we got an exciting brand of basketball to kind of match and complement the excitement that's generated by the Havocs and our students. But yeah, just come out and watch us play. We get after it a little bit. We're fun. And then my energy on the sideline too. I'm trying to match the Havoc energy. So that level's just rising as we kind of go back and forth.
The Lopes continue to ramp up their intensity as the season nears, but they also found time to give back, putting on a clinic for those with special needs.
Today we're just helping our community with a basketball camp, and really excited to be able to volunteer today and give the opportunity to a community of kids that might not get this opportunity, and for us to love on them a little bit, show them just how to play basketball and be their friends is something we're really excited to be able to do. For me, I've had a lot of parents come up to me and say, this is the greatest gift for my son or daughter, and actually the biggest recipient of that gift today is our kids in our program, and we couldn't be more inspired and grateful to be able to make some new friends today and cheer them on and just root for them, not only in basketball but in life, and hopefully inspire them along the way.
One of my players, Marcus, he is always smiling, and he made his first layup, and I just remember that smile lighting up on his face, and I was just so excited, and yeah, it was definitely a moment I'll remember.
Oh, it's just how they just laugh and they smile so much. It really brings you the joy of the game. I'm just very grateful to be doing this. I love working with kids. It really does bring me a lot of joy. So this is just really fun. I'm glad we got to be able to do this.
I think it just shows like it's not about us, and basketball is bigger than us, and if we can use basketball to reach other people, then we're doing something right. Oh, it's so great. When you have people around you that just love to be where they are, it's just so fun, and being able to pour into kids is just the best feeling ever.
Say, go Lopes! Say, go Lopes! Go Lopes!
Coming up, senior Walter Ellis gets mic'd up for Media Day.
The pulse, the beat, the vibe. You have a place to turn it on. Talking Stick Resort.
This is gonna be tough. I mean, that's a bag full of Whataburger's Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwiches with tangy buffalo sauce and creamy buttermilk ranch, melty Monterey Jack cheese, and 3 crunchy chicken strips. How long will you have to wait before you enjoy yours? Oh, about that long. Whataburger's Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich is back for a limited time. Just like you like it.
I'm personal injury attorney James Bergener. Accidents can happen. If something happens to you or your family, call me. My firm and I will take you by the hand and guide you through everything. You see, personal injuries are just that. They're personal. You're not a number. You're more than just a name. This is your life. At my firm, each case is professionally and personally tailored to you. So if you've been injured, I've got your back. Call me now for a free consultation.
Big Ive, I'm mic'd up. Wake up. Wake up, I'm mic'd up. It's time to get active. They said I talk the most, that's why I gotta keep the mic on. Who else supposed to come in here? Who's the funniest to mess with, you think? Oh, this is about to be hilarious. Dog, I'm sorry, this cracks me up, bro.
Walking barefoot.
Well, bro, because I'm gonna have to, these are like, look.
You can't walk in them?
No, bad idea.
We take a look at the upcoming schedule brought to you by Cox Business. October 28th marks the exhibition against Eastern New Mexico. Then the Lopes tip off their 22-23 campaign on November 7th against Montana State, followed by a matchup with the Hawks of San Diego Christian on the 9th. November 12th, it's their first road test of the year against the Nevada Wolfpack before returning to GCU Arena to take on Grambling State on the 18th. A reminder, all home games can be seen on Fox 10 Extra or on the ESPN Plus live streaming app. Up next, Lopes insider Paul Coro weighs in on the outlook for both the men and the women this year.
We are stronger. We are deeper.
Couldn't be more excited about this team.
But we are just as tenacious. Ready, go. Good. Back cut, back cut. Come join the party. Let's do this thing together.
Get your season tickets today at gculopes.com.
Sunrise, waking up lonely, big sky. Where am I going? I don't know. I don't know. You take me for what I am. Love pure and simple. In this wild life, I've been living in a million pieces. You are the best part. In this wild life, I've been living in a million pieces.
This is Sanderson Ford Country. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford for sales, service, and satisfaction. Follow the road for award-winning service. They have 2 large service centers with Ford-certified master technician, the state's largest parts department, a body shop, quick lane service center, the customs shop, an on-site Starliner diner for a quick bite while you wait. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford for sales, service, and satisfaction.
It's time for the Talking Stick Resort Play of the Week. Play in style.
The Lopes have an early counterattack opportunity. It's Gorley. Chance to beat her defender and be one-on-one with the keeper. Shot! And an early goal! Gianna Gorley gets her 9th goal of the season for the Lopes, just past the first minute mark here in Phoenix.
Welcome back to Center Court with the Lopes. I am joined by Lopes insider Paul Coro. And Paul, it's year number 3 for Bryce Drew and Molly Miller. What are the expectations for both of these coaches going into this season?
Well, they're definitely both ingrained into this place and the university now, but now with the new players and even some of the returners, I think their brand is more reflected in the rosters than ever now.
Let's talk about the men, beginning with their backcourt. And they have an experienced backcourt with Javon Blackshear Jr., but they also have added some key pieces to that backcourt for some great depth.
Yeah, you can't take anything for granted with having a guy like Javon Blackshear Jr. 85 career starts coming into this year, and he put up numbers last year that only a couple other guards in the nation did as far as points, assists, steals. But now you have a backcourt dynamic that's changed a lot. There's more depth to them. Chance McMillan's finished the last 2 seasons really strongly, so he's looking to put together that full, complete season at that level. But now you bring in 2 D1 transfers in Rayshawn Harrison and Josh Baker that give you a lot more dynamic backcourt. Those guys can create shots off the dribble. They have a variety of shots. They bring size to the position and a great experience.
And they added some length up top too, and some scoring. Bauman is one guy beyond the arc that's going to pile up some points.
Yeah, Bauman's got a ton of experience. Speaking of good experience coming in, he's played at high levels at USC and Georgia, and he gives some versatility there. He's such a great shooter, but he brings size so he can play different positions.
And on the women's side, Molly Miller brings in some new faces, and here's a team that went to the conference final 2 straight seasons, disappointing losses, but year 3 it looks like she's got the players on the court that are going to reflect her system.
Yeah, no problem getting the brand in the first couple of years. Yeah. Top 3 in steals nationally both times. They're getting 23, 24 turnovers a game, and now she's getting in players that even more so fit the style. Versatility in bigs, guards who get after it, high motor players, and like you mentioned, they have the experience coming back. Tiara Brown, does a little bit of everything. She's got that experience now to be a leader on the court, but also gives you points, rebounds, steals, assists. She's got it all, the package.
A number of new faces on that team. Aaliyah Collins, a transfer from Chicago State, all WAC second team. Also other transfers, Olivia Lane from North Dakota. It looks like when they're getting transfers, they're getting players that really fit that pressure defense and that up-tempo style that she exhibits.
Absolutely. High caliber ones too. Collins was 6th in the nation among freshmen for scoring, but she's all about defense. She loves it. So she fits right in here right away. And then the bigs that you mentioned coming in, they got the top 2 Summit League rebounders, but also that bring in a different type of big, ones that are able to stretch the floor and shoot, maybe play a little bit more with the ball.
Coach Drew talked about the difficulty of this schedule upcoming, trips from Loyola, Marymount, Pepperdine, trips to Kansas City, Wyoming. It's going to be Montana State comes in, a tourney team with 26 wins. And then on the women's side, Molly Miller never shies away from scheduling a tough non-conference, and of course the WAC's a new look WAC as well with UT Arlington and also Southern Utah.
Yeah, on the women's side, the level of play in the WAC has definitely risen with what coming in, but she's got that ASU game coming here to GCU Arena. It's the first chance to have that. We've seen what it can be in other sports. When they came here for men's basketball, it was during the pandemic, didn't get the crowd element, but we've seen at baseball games it's been a big deal. And the men's schedule is kind of sleepy good, right? There's some names in there like North Texas that was 55 in RPI last season. Like you mentioned, the Montana State regular season opener is a tremendous challenge.
Well, that'll do it for another edition of Center Court with the Lopes, presented by Talking Stick Resort. My thanks to Paul and to Molly Miller and to Bryce Drew and to you for tuning in. We hope to see you at GCU Arena this season to watch exciting GCU basketball.